So what's going on, everyone? I just want to say before I get into the video, if you're one of my usual viewers, this video has nothing to do with Sea of Thieves. This is more so about Black Ops 4, but I will definitely be doing some more Sea of Thieves videos in the future. Alright, so another disclaimer, I just want to say that these opinions are actually coming from the first Xbox week of beta. It's very likely that my opinion may possibly change when there's more stuff to come out and the other beta comes out and even when the full game comes out. But anyway, without further ado, let's just get into the video. So I just want to say I've actually been a long time Call of Duty fan, a long time Call of Duty player. I believe the first Call of Duty game I ever played was way back in the day. It was the original COD 4. Now actually, back in the 360 days, I used to play Call of Duty literally every single day after school. And that essentially continued all the way up until around Black Ops 2. I actually stopped playing the Call of Duty series after Black Ops 2 just because I lost interest in the actual game and I just had more important things in my life that I actually had to deal with around that time. And from that whole Call of Duty period up to Black Ops 3, I just did not bother with Call of Duty at all. And when Black Ops 3 came out, I actually seen that they had zombies, which that's the sole thing that got me back into the Call of Duty franchise, and more specifically the Black Ops series. And when Black Ops 3 came out, I actually played that so heavy, I ended up getting to level 1000 on zombies in multiplayer. And that game was really enjoyable to me, but it just didn't have the same nostalgia and value for money that the old Call of Duties had. But nevertheless, I did thoroughly enjoy the game. Following Black Ops 3, I didn't actually play the Call of Duty that came after it, and when World War II came out, I played that for a little bit, but I sort of lost interest after the first month. I didn't really go too heavy on that, it just didn't have the same feel that I liked. Anyway, so fast forwarding now to the actual release trailer of Black Ops 4, and as soon as I seen it, I instantly fell in love with it. I mean, I loved the idea of zombies, I loved that they were bringing back Mob of the Dead, and I was really interested to see how the new multiplayer system's going to play out. Now that of course led me to actually pre-ordering Call of Duty and getting this beta. So again, I just want to say that these opinions may change as the game comes out and as the second beta releases, but this is just everything that I've gathered from playing the Black Ops 4 beta. Right, so when I loaded into the game, I noticed it had that sort of Black Ops 3 feel and the whole look about it, and that was actually quite entertaining for me. But when I actually jumped into the multiplayer, I found out that it was very, very different, and it reminded me of my personal favourite Black Ops, which was actually Black Ops 1. Now, on a whole, the multiplayer actually just looks a little bit like a Black Ops 3 Part 2, but the gameplay is very different, and just the mechanics is very different compared to Black Ops 3. Now, of course, as I'm sure we all are, I'm very excited that there's no jumping around and it's all very boots on ground, because in my opinion, when they started adding those jetpacks and when you'd be able to double jump, that just completely ruined Call of Duty, and that's the main reason why I think a lot of the original fan base like myself left the game, just because they weren't really tailoring to what we used to and they just wanted to do something completely different, which of course didn't work, and they thought maybe if they would keep editing it, it maybe would grow on us, but nevertheless, I'm not going to get into that, that's a whole nother video. Right, so getting back to the actual video, just summed up pretty quickly, I do like the game, I'm actually really enjoying it, and it does remind me of Black Ops 1, but I'm just going to give you a few reasons now to why I believe it's definitely worth giving this game a shot if you're one of the older Call of Duty players, and I'm sure if you're one of the newer generations of Call of Duty players, I'm pretty sure you either already got it or you don't like it because there's no jetpacks, and even then, I'd very highly suggest give it a try because of how closely it feels to Black Ops 3. Now that being said, they actually have completely changed the way you play multiplayer, and this video is just, I'm sure you know, this video is just about multiplayer specifically, because that's all that we actually have access to. But, for example, we don't actually have the ability to heal anymore, we sort of just have to do it ourselves, and personally I believe that's an introduction to the game that I think is for the better. It's sort of taken out the idea of the first person who gets the shot in is the first person who gets the kill, and that was essentially everything Call of Duty multiplayer had to sort of focus around. But I mean, now of course that whole idea's changed, and I know they've definitely, from playing it, it seems they've taken influences from games like Overwatch and Battlefield and the way that the combat works, and that is essentially one of the rare times that evolution in Call of Duty's actually worked. But even though they've actually added all these new features in, it still feels like a solid Call of Duty game at its core. Just little things have made a difference, which makes the actual experience of playing multiplayer feel completely different. Now, of course, if you're actually getting the game because of the zombies, I mean, we haven't played it yet, but I already know for a fact it's going to be absolutely perfect just because of the guys behind it who are making it. And if you're getting it because of the new Battle Royale mode they're going to make in this game, personally, I don't think it's actually going to take off, and I feel like it'll be a bit of a flunk, but then again, this is just entirely my opinion, so if you have any other opinions, please leave them down below in the comments. Now, as good as this game currently is, or that it will be, I'm sure they're probably going to end up fucking this game up with microtransactions at some point in the future. But on a whole, at this current point of time, this game is actually quite enjoyable, and I feel like they have a good chance of bringing, not all, but more than likely most of their fanbase back into the game. But anyway, these have just essentially been my opinions. I've been playing Call of Duty for a long time, and I guess I'm what you'd call one of the veteran Call of Duty players, or the OG Call of Duty players. But yeah, this is just my opinion on Black Ops 4 as a whole at this current point in time. Now, of course, if I end up liking this game, I actually plan on uploading a lot of videos about it on my channel, as well as Sea of Thieves content, but at this point in time, I feel like I might just stick to Sea of Thieves videos. But I'm sure if there's enough support on this video, and I see you guys actually enjoy my Call of Duty content, then I'll be definitely uploading a lot more. Anyway, so expect this channel to go back to Sea of Thieves content. I just wanted to make this video just to sort of give my opinion and just let other people know if they want to return to the franchise, just what I personally think. And I'll say it one more time that this is actually my opinion now at the time of the first beta, not at the time of the second beta or at the release of the full game. And of course, it's just an opinion. I'm entitled to mine, you're entitled to your own, but this is just what I personally think of the game so far. Anyway, so if you're new to the channel, please look around, and if you see anything you enjoy, feel free to subscribe and hit that notification bell, and if you're here for my Sea of Thieves videos, I'll get back to them soon. But yeah, that's essentially it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you all later.